Let's get right into it. You might think that the things slowly wearing down your sanity are the big problems, the deadlines, the bills, the arguments. But sometimes, it's the smallest, most ordinary details of everyday life that chip away at your peace of mind without you even realizing it. Number 7. The subtle hum of electronics. Ever notice how a quiet hum in your room can feel louder the longer you hear it? That low-level buzz, whether from a refrigerator, a phone charger, or even the faint whine of a fluorescent light, doesn't just blend into the background. Your brain actually keeps monitoring it, chewing up mental bandwidth. Most of us ignore it, but studies show persistent background noise is linked to higher stress levels and even sleep disturbances. It's why some people feel oddly restless in their homes without knowing why. That little harmless hum is like a mosquito buzzing just out of reach. We adapt to it, but adaptation isn't free, it drains energy. That's why when you finally notice silence, it feels like your brain takes a deep breath. So tonight, switch off just one device that's humming in the background and see how much calmer the room feels. Number 6. Endless notification pings. That single ding might be the most expensive sound in modern life. Every ping from your phone feels tiny, but it's really a grenade lobbed into your attention span. The psychology behind notifications is brutal. They're designed to hook your dopamine system, training you like Pavlov's dog to react instantly. But here's the kicker. Once you're interrupted, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain focus. That means even a 2-second vibration during deep work isn't just a nuisance, it's a full derailment. And the body feels it too. Heart rate spikes, cortisol rises, and your brain slips into a mild fight-or-flight state. Multiply that by dozens or hundreds of notifications per day, and you're basically living in a state of low-grade emergency without realizing it. There's a reason many people who turn off notifications report life-altering changes. Writers finish books faster, parents actually notice dinner conversations, and sleep improves almost overnight. One CEO even admitted that the best productivity hack of his career was simply removing Slack from his phone. It's not about going off-grid forever. It's about reclaiming the choice of when you engage. Imagine if every buzz in your pocket had to be approved by you in advance. What percentage of those interruptions would even make the cut? So try it. Mute just one category of notifications, social media, group chats, whatever drains you most, and see how wide the silence feels. Number 5. Cluttered spaces. It's not just messy, it's mental quicksand. Clutter does something sneaky to your brain. Every pile of papers or stack of dishes sends little background signals that you've got unfinished business. Even if you're not consciously thinking about it, your subconscious is keeping score. And that constant sense of something's wrong raises stress hormones, slows decision-making, and even worsens sleep. This is why a freshly cleaned room feels like a fresh start. It's not just aesthetic, it's neurological. So, instead of tackling your entire house, clear off just one small surface today, your desk, a nightstand, the kitchen counter. Notice how the air feels lighter when you look at it tomorrow. Number 4. The wrong lighting. The wrong light at the wrong time can hijack your brain. Think about how you feel in a grocery store bathed in harsh fluorescent light versus the warm glow of a candlelit dinner. Lighting isn't neutral, it cues your body's hormones, energy, and mood. Blue light during the day helps you stay alert, but at night it tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin and wrecking sleep. Here's the deeper truth. Light literally sets your circadian rhythm, the biological clock that runs everything from digestion to mood regulation. In Scandinavian countries, where winters are dark for months, entire communities use light therapy lamps to combat seasonal depression. Meanwhile, offices that upgraded to full-spectrum lighting saw measurable boosts in employee focus and morale. Even within your own home, the mismatch can be jarring. Working in a dimly lit room during the day makes your body sluggish, like it's preparing to wind down. Then scrolling your phone at 1 p.m. blasts your brain with daylight signals, leaving you wired and restless. The fix doesn't need to be complicated. Swap just one bulb for a warmer one in your bedroom, or open the blinds earlier in the morning to get natural light. These small tweaks restore your body's sense of time. So tonight, dim one light just an hour earlier and see if sleep doesn't sneak up on you more easily. Number 3. Subtle interruptions. Micro-distractions. A 10-second, hey, quick question costs way more than 10 seconds. Interruptions, even tiny ones, break flow in ways we underestimate. Each time someone pokes their head in, or your phone buzzes, or even your own mind drifts for a moment, you're not just losing the distraction itself, you're losing the invisible time it takes to restart. Researchers call it attention residue, and it lingers like smoke. This is why writers block out hours of uninterrupted time and why programmers dread the open office. It's not arrogance, it's math. Protecting concentration is protecting hours of life. So, tomorrow, carve out just 30 minutes of deep focus. No phone, no interruptions, no side conversations. Watch how much more satisfying those 30 minutes feel compared to an entire day of half-finished thoughts. Number 2, bad seating posture. That cheap chair might be your silent nemesis. Most people think bad posture is just about back pain, but it quietly rewires how you feel. Slumping compresses the lungs, limiting oxygen intake. It strains muscles that weren't built for long-term support. Over time, your brain actually interprets the discomfort as fatigue or irritability, so your patience wears thin faster. But it goes deeper. Psychologists studying embodied cognition found that your physical stance shapes your emotions. Sitting slouched tends to trigger more negative thoughts, while standing tall or sitting upright boosts confidence and energy. That's why soldiers train to hold posture. It's not vanity, it's psychology. The modern office chair is a strange invention. In fact, the history of workplace seating reveals how companies often prioritized cost and convenience over human anatomy. The rise of ergonomic chairs wasn't about luxury, it was damage control for decades of people quietly breaking down at their desks. And posture habits don't just affect today, they compound over years. Chronic pain, spinal issues, and even migraines often trace back to thousands of hours in poor positions. Yet the fix can be surprisingly simple. Elevating a laptop screen, adjusting seat height, or even just standing for 10 minutes an hour can reset how your body feels. So, right now, wherever you're sitting, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and hold it for 5 minutes. Notice how your mood shifts along with your spine. Number 1. Ambient negativity, subconscious sound, and energy. What if it's not you but the mood of the room? Humans are social sponges. The energy in a room, whether it's workers' complaints, the low drone of negative television news, or even passive-aggressive silence, seeps into your subconscious. Over time, this ambient negativity builds like humidity, barely noticeable at first, but heavy and exhausting the longer you stay in it. It doesn't take shouting or drama. Just constant low-level cynicism is enough to tilt your perspective darker without you realizing. That's why spending even 10 minutes with someone uplifting feels like fresh air. You're resetting the emotional climate. So tomorrow, replace just one negative input, whether that's muting the television, skipping a draining conversation, or swapping it for music you love. See how much lighter the air feels. And there you have it, the tiny, everyday things that secretly erode your sanity. None of them are dramatic on their own, but together they shape how you feel, how you focus, and how you live. If you caught yourself nodding at even one of these, that's a sign you're not alone and it might be time to make a small tweak. If you like exploring the hidden side of everyday life, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next dive. We've got plenty more stories where these came from. And if you try one of these fixes this week, let us know what changed for you. Because sometimes, the smallest details make the biggest difference.